Good morning everyone. This is Harshini, Assistant Professor in Triple Department. This is our Networks Lab and today we are going to perform the experiment of analysis of the source transformation. Okay. So nothing but here we know the different types of sources we are having, ideal source and practical source. In ideal again we are having voltage, current, and again in practical also we are having ideal and practical. In ideal and practical again we are having currents and voltages. Okay. So now what is the difference between ideal and practical? Okay. So in ideal again we are doing for voltages and current, and again in practical also we are seeing for the voltages and current. Okay. So nothing but, so firstly we will do for the ideal. Okay. Ideal sources. In ideal source, as we said that we are having voltage and current. So now for this thing what we are going to do, we are just considering these two circuits. Okay. These two circuits are for ideal. Okay. I'm just taking the examples of ideal source. Okay. So this is for ideal voltage and this is for ideal current. Okay. So what we know about ideal source? Okay, so ideal source is nothing but when we are saying this particular source is in ideal is nothing but, so if we draw a graph between of the parameters, so if we get in a linear nothing but exactly 45 degrees, so then we can say that that particular source or that particular element is connected in a is in a ideal way. Okay, so now suppose if you are considering this one as my circuit diagram, and here I am taking a voltage source, ammeter, voltmeter and 10 ohms. Okay, so here we are in between, here we are not having any resistance dropping elements, okay, like passive elements. So here, since here we are not having any passive elements, so therefore only same voltage, nothing but more amount of voltage drop is not being occurred here. So therefore we can say this one as my ideal voltage source, and this is nothing but my ideal current. Okay. So in this, how we are going to do the experiment is nothing but, so here we are taking the voltage source and this is nothing but the ammeter from which we are going to check the current value, and this is the voltmeter, and here we are connecting the load resistance, nothing but here we are changing the values of resistance, and here since this resistance is connected here and we are checking the voltmeter and ammeter, and here we are not having any voltage drop elements. Okay, so therefore by changing the values of resistance, so we are denoting the values of ammeter and voltmeter. Okay, so now what we are going to do is we are just taking the graph of the, see if we can just we have to note down like this in a tabular column, we have to note down like this. Okay, so this is serial number 1, and for one resistor what is the voltage and what is the current, and for next resistor what is the voltage and what is the current. So now what we have to do, we have to draw a graph for these two parameters. Okay, so by seeing the graph itself we have to say whether it is an ideal or not. So for ideal elements the graph will be always in the linear way. Okay, if the graph is in linear between the two parameters, whatever the two parameters we have considered, so then we can say that that particular source is in ideal. Okay, so that we are going to, now we are going to compare between ideal sources and in practical sources. Okay, so now this is the example for the ideal voltage source. Okay, so in this ideal voltage source what I am going to do, I have just taken a voltage source V either here, and just here this is nothing but my voltmeter and ammeter. Okay, and this is my load resistance. Okay, so now what we are going to do, this is a resistance of around 50 ohms. Okay, so now I'm not changing the voltage. Okay, my voltage is around 5 ohms, 5 volts, it is fixed. So now here we are varying the resistance here. By varying the resistance here we are going to get the V value and I value. Okay, so now across 50 ohm resistors, please note down the values of this voltmeter and ammeter. Okay, so it is around 0.53 volts and this is around 11.3 milliamperes. So now what we have to do, we have to just replace this 50 ohm resistor with 220. Okay, this is nothing but my 220 resistor. So now what I am going to do, I am just replacing here. Okay, so for this load resistance, now my second resistance is around 220 volts. So now across 220 volts, what is the voltage value and what is the current value? Okay, so this is around same 0.5 and this is around 2.5. Okay, so similarly what we have to do, we have to change the resistance and we have to note down the values of currents and voltmeters, and afterwards after tabulating all the values we have to draw the graph. Okay, so now by observing the values itself we can say that, or if not by drawing the graph, if the graph is linear, okay, if the graph is very linear, okay, now this is the graph between current I and voltage V. Okay, so we got the values I and V from these two meters, and now based upon these two values we are going to draw the graph, and that graph will be linear. If the graph is linear, so then we can say that whatever the source, this is nothing but voltage source, isn't it? So I can say that my voltage source is an ideal voltage source. So now we will see the ideal current source. Okay, so for ideal current source also the same circuit, but here see now we are taking current source, isn't it? So what I'm going to do, I'm just switching this RPS to amperes mode. Okay, so now what is the current I can take is around some 2 point. Let me connect one resistor here. Okay, let me connect a resistor here. Okay, so I have connected here. So this is nothing but 3 amperes. Okay, this is nothing but my okay, this is my 3 amperes. Okay, so this is nothing but I have given some ideal current here and same, okay, same voltmeter and same current. And now what we have to do, same what we have done for the ideal voltage source, we are doing the same thing here. Just what we have to do, we have to vary the resistor, and this is around 50 ohms resistor, and for this resistor we have to note down the value of voltmeter and we have to note down the value of ammeter. Okay, we have to tabulate them. Okay, now just remove the value of resistor and just replace that one with another resistor. And this is whatever the resistor which I am connecting now is 150. Okay, see directly the values have been changed. For 150 resistor, serial number 2, RL is nothing but 150, and this is your voltmeter V, and this is my ammeter I. Okay, so similarly you have to do this one for 3 or 4. You have to vary for 4 resistors. And after tabulating all the values, again you have to draw the graph between this voltmeter and ammeter, and we have to check whether the graph is in linear way or not. Mostly we will get the linear because here we are not having any passive elements to drop the voltages. Okay, so that we can get a linear waveform. Okay, so now this is for the ideal. Now we have finished for ideal voltage and ideal current. Okay, so now we will see for practical voltage and practical currents. Okay, so for practical, so if you are talking about the practical, so ideal is nothing but it is a ideal way. So wherever in ideal way, always the efficiency will be maximum. Okay, so if you are talking about the practical view, so no, whatever we have taken in the ideal case, so it is not possible in the practical. It is not possible because we are not taking any circuit without any resistors. But if you are coming in the practical view, so for voltage source, at least one resistor is been connected. Okay, so that is nothing but what we are doing in our lab sections. So now I am taking just one resistor as an example here. I have connected one resistor in series with this voltmeter, and now what I am going to do, I am check this same way. I am just note downing the readings of this voltmeter and ammeter, and this is for ideal voltage and this is for ideal current. Okay, and here we are learning one more topic is nothing but source transformation. So how my source is transformed? So transfer. Okay, so now source transformation, whenever my voltage source is in series with a resistor, so that type of connection or that type of combination. Okay, see, voltage source in series with the resistor, that type of combination can be transformed into current in parallel with the resistance. And so as we said that this voltage in series with RS, so that can be transformed into current in parallel with RS. So now what will be the current value? Where current I is equals to V by RS. So V is nothing but this voltage and RS is nothing but this resistance. So after doing the calculations, we are going to get some sort of value. Okay, so that value we have to set from our supply system, and the same source resistance will be present here. And again we have to use one ammeter and one voltmeter and same connections. Okay, similarly we have to note down the values of ammeter and voltmeter, and we have to draw the graph. By seeing the graph, if we are getting a linearity, so then we'll say that ideal. So if we mostly will not get any linear graph because here we are having some passive elements, so which will drop the voltages. So therefore we will not get any linearity. Okay, so now what we are going to do for the same circuit, just I am taking the here voltage and I am taking a resistor here. Okay, this is nothing but here I have I'm giving some sort voltage of 10 volts to my circuit, and this is 1K. And now what I am going to do the same way how we have done for the ideal case, just I am connecting a ammeter across this resistance and voltmeter across this load resistance. So now what we have to do for 10 voltage source. So now what is the for this this is nothing but my load resistance, so which is to be varied. Okay, this source resistance will be constant. So now this resistance for load resistance 150. So I am getting my voltmeter value is nothing but around 1.31 and my current is nothing but around 8.9. Okay, now we have to tabulate these values, and now what we are going to do, we are just replacing or changing the value of my load resistance. Okay, so now previously we have done for 150 and now we are doing for 47. Okay, Okay, so previously we have done for 150 and this is nothing but my 47. Okay, so for 47 volts, what is the voltage my here? 0.7 or so 0.8. Okay, and just note down the value of the current also here, 9.4 ammeters. Okay, so similarly what we are going to do is in the same way, you are just changing the value of load resistance and you are note doing the values of ammeter and voltmeter. Okay, now with these two values, okay, with the ammeter and voltmeter, with these values of these ammeters and voltmeters, whatever you have observed, so we are just tabulating them and we have to draw the graph. Okay, so by the graph, if we are getting the linearity, so then we are saying that ideal, but mostly we are not getting the linear. Okay, so now we are taking the third example. This is around 82 resistance. So for 82 resistance, we are just noting the values of voltage. So similarly, we have to do for around 5 to 6 resistance. Okay, by changing the resistance around 5 to 6 values, we have to draw the graph for voltmeter and current. Okay, so by seeing the graph itself, we have to say. So this is all about our practical voltage source. So now we are going to see the practical current source. So now this practical current source is nothing but this particular diagram. So already I have said you. So this I is nothing but, okay, I is equals to. So in this we are getting one more topic, that is nothing but source transformation. So this, as already I have said, that the voltage source in series is transferred to it can be transformed to current source in parallel. So that where I is equals to, so this resistance will be same, where I is equals to V by R. So this is the voltage V and this is the value of R. So I by R. So sorry, I is equals to V by R. So which we are going to get around 0.2 something. Okay. So now based upon that, we are just connecting here. Okay. So in this, what we are going to remember is source transformation. Just so voltage source in series is converted into current source into parallel resistance. Okay. So now we are just connecting the same circuit here, but in place of voltmeter, we are taking the ammeter. So just we are changing the mode to amperes, and now we have to take around 0.2. Why 0.2? Because I is equals to V by R. So already we have taken V as 10 and source resistance around. Okay, this is my source resistance. So I am just changing the connection, because in the previous voltage source, the source resistance was in series connection. Now we have transformed, we have used source transformation. So therefore my current source will be in parallel with the source resistance. So now we have to set the value of ammeter. It depends upon the voltage value and source resistance. Okay. So for the example, I'm taking around 0.2 amperes. Okay. So see, 0.2 amperes, and this is my source resistance, which we are not going to change here, and this is my load resistance around 82. Okay, this is my around 82 load resistance. Just we have to note down the values of voltmeter and ammeter. Similarly, so what we have done in the previous cases, just we have to change the value of resistance. Okay, at each particular resistance, we have to note down the values of voltmeter and currents. So voltmeter, voltages and currents. Okay, this is nothing but 150 resistance. Okay, this is nothing but 150 resistance. So across 150 resistance, we have to note down the value of voltmeter and current. Okay, so similarly you have to do in a sequence. Okay, for first 47 ohms, and next to 100, next to 220 or 150, 220, and the sequence you have to note down in a tabular column. And for whatever the resistance you are getting the voltages and currents, we are going to tabulate them and we have to draw the graph for it. Okay, so from the graph itself, we can say that those are not ideal. Those are nothing but practical sources. Okay. So now this is all about our ideal, different types of sources, that is nothing but ideal and practical. I hope we have also learned the source transformation. Whenever any voltage source is connected in series, voltage source is connected in series with a resistance, that can be transformed into current source in parallel with the resistance. That also we have seen, and what is the formula we are using for that. At the same time, we have compared the practical and ideal. Okay, so how we are saying that these are the practical sources and how we are saying these are the ideal sources also we have learned here. Okay, I hope you all have understood this experiment. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.